Skeeter Wyatt coming at from Skeeter's Garage. This time working on my 1985 S10, aka the DimePiece. Yeah, this time we're gonna do a little experimenting on the carburetor. Apparently we're getting a little lean spot when we try to launch it. She needs a little bit bigger squirt, just like your mama last Saturday.
She was hurting for a squirtin'.
Yeah, this thing's coming out the whole softer than Elton John at the Playboy Mansion, so we're gonna have to do something about that. Yo! Stay tuned to get the lowdown, brother. All right, let's get a quick walk around of what we got going on with the S10. So last time you checked this thing out, we were spinning and grinning, doing some Dunkin' Donuts. Yeah, it did a little carnage. May have torn up a tire, may have torn up a belt, may have overheated it, but she's still running strong. But since I tore up a tire, I figured I'd take some of these wheels out that I've had sitting around, spit shine them up a little bit, hit them with that Hawk Tua. On camera, they look pretty damn good. You can see some bad spots in person, but I'll tell you what, compared to what they used to look like, them things looking shiny and brand new. Got the Mickey Tizzle 250 fizzles right there. Got the pizza cutters on the front right there, looking like a proper race car. But that ain't what this video is about today. Let me show y'all what we're doing. All right, on every carburetor, there's a little something called a squirter in there.
I think I could get a little squirt.
Gonna be a lot of squirt jokes up in this video, so just be prepared. But you see that little Phillips head screw right there? Probably can't tell, but it's holding in something called a squirter. Right now, this is a 31. That's generally what these off-the-shelf carburetors come with. This is just a doo-doo little 600 CFM Holly 4-barrel right there. Nothing too major, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna switch out that 31 to a 35, give it a much bigger squirt, and we're gonna see if that cleans up that lean spot when I try to launch this piece. Actually, we're gonna go for a little drive. I'm gonna show y'all what I'm talking about. All right, let's start this bitch up and let it warm up. Don't mind me, I just have to hold it at that RPM unless it'll shut off. Just trailer park carburetor life, you know what I'm saying? All right, we're gonna go for a little cruisy cruise. So basically what's happening is your boy can actually power brake it a little bit now because the brakes work somewhat properly. And that's what I thought the problem was before. When I took it out to the track, the brakes sucked. So I had to try to launch it at like 500 RPM where it would idle and it would leave like a dog. So I fixed the brakes, took it out, tried to do a little launch, and it was basically doing the same thing. I could launch it at higher RPM, but as soon as I punch the gas, it'll still stumble and basically not go anywhere for like 2 or 3 seconds before it catch up to itself and it would actually start going. Now the natural solution to this is more horsepower, and I agree with that. But we're not in a position to add more horsepower right now. So we're gonna do like your girlfriend and do the little things and see if we can make it work. I'm hoping I can show y'all. Right now we're in first gear, right? And if I stab it, as I'm rolling, it's fine. It actually gets up and moves the way it's supposed to a little bit. Man, I might just try to do it right over here. You know what? That's what I'm gonna do. All right. Let's try to drop this bitch down in the first. All right, pay attention to the tack, ladies and gentlemen. Oh. Power brake it, 1,000, and now it's doing the thing. But you see how it takes forever for it to do the damn thing? It just doesn't want to go from a dead stop. So I talked to the old timers that know a little thing about carburetors. And they suggested, hey, maybe you got a lean spot. Now let's go back home. and see if that bigger squirter gonna solve the little problem. If it doesn't solve the problem, then I got another idea. All right, as we wait for this big stinky turd to cool down just a little bit, I'm gonna show you the backup plan just in case this bigger squirter doesn't work. Bam, that's right. We might just rob that carburetor off the Mullet Drive 305 1978 Chevrolet Camaro right there. It is actually the same carburetor. So it's just a 600 CFM Holley 4-barrel. This one actually came straight from Advanced Auto Parts. Shout out to them. This one actually already has a 35 squirter in it. The only difference is the base plate, because this one actually has the regular style. See that fat vacuum hose right there? Comes straight out of the base plate in the carburetor. And the S10, again, it's hard to see, but essentially has a setup where that vacuum hose goes into a port that's hanging off the back of the intake manifold. Because if I had a regular base plate like the one in the Camaro, that port on the base plate would hit the port on the intake manifold. On this, I know that because I cracked a base plate trying to put it on. Don't ask me, but we're gonna see if we can get this figured out. This carburetor is actually the old shitty carburetor that the S10 came with. Again, just another 600 CFM Holley, but it is a much older version. I ended up breaking this, which is why I needed to replace it. But the base plate on this actually came from the replacement carburetor I got on it, and you may see that little crack in the base plate there, which was caused because I tried to finagle that little port into the thing sticking out of the intake manifold. I was in a rush. Shut up, I know what you're thinking. Sometimes I get a little excited and bust when I shouldn't, you know what I mean? Happens to everybody. All right, so theoretically, this should be just like your love life, quick and painless. Let's get to rocking and rolling. Gotta loosen up this screw. I always like to use a magnetic one because I'd be dropping shit like a bird after eating Taco Bell. Bam. So if I had little teeny tiny hands, this would be a whole lot easier. So, may not be able to tell on camera, but it says 31 right there. So not a big enough squirt. We'll just go ahead and leave that particular washer in there. Not a big deal to me. Now, you can see, got that 35 right there. These little things right there should be shooting directly into the carburetor that way. So we're gonna hope we don't this up. Try to get this 35 down up in there without dropping it, because that would be bad. All right. Wish me luck on this, because these can be a bit of a pain in the ass. There we go. Dropped in. It's turned right around the right direction, so it's good. Now this is the nightmare part. Every time I try to put this in, it ends up knocking the squirter off. So we'll see if this works. Take two. Screws down in there. Squirters look to be pointed right around the right direction. Oh, don't turn, son of a bitch. All right. All right. Those seem to be pointed somewhat in the right direction. Let's see where they actually squat to. Good enough for me. All right, let's check this shit out. Yeah, dude, totally flooded. Love it. All right, let's take this bitch out for a little Benjamin. We're gonna do the same thing we did earlier. See if it still likes to get spicy as long as I'm rolling. About 2,000. It likes that. All right, good sign. Put this bitch up into neutral. like it. I would say the truck feels a little faster, but when the RPM drops as soon as you get the gas, that is no bueno. Before we go any further, Skeeter White's actually got an announcement to make. Dream Giveaway is actually teamed up with your boy Skeeter. If you don't know what Dream Giveaway is, they give away hot rods every single month. And this month we're teaming up on some Super Chevys. That's right, we got a big block Camaro, big block Chevelle. All you got to do is go to dreamgiveaway.com, put in the code Skeeter White, spend at least $25, you get 3 times entries. All donations go to either veterans or children's charities, so you know you're doing the right thing. That's right, brother. Go ahead, go to that website, put in code Skeeter White. Help your boy pay off this child support, you feel me? All right, so did that make a difference? I have no idea. Maybe it's just got no horsepower and it's a big stinky turd, but we're still gonna run an A/B test and take this carburetor off and slap this carburetor on. See if that helps out any. All right, vacuum lines, fuel lines, throttle cable, all that shit disconnected. Just got to get the 4 corner bolts taken off, which this one is always a pain in the ass because of that bracket. Take it off, we're good to go. All right, that carburetor out. Oh, time to get this dirty boy. All right, that carburetor is off. So just want to show y'all something real quick. We're also going to be redoing this vacuum port system right here. So that big honking ass thing right there is pretty much what's keeping us from using the base plate I really want. So I'm going to take that out and see what we can make work. All right, so I actually got a fitting coming through Amazon, but I couldn't really wait, so we'll see what we can make work. So I'm either going to use this one to plug directly into the intake manifold. That barb might actually be a little bit too big, but I don't know, we'll throw some hickam-pucky on it, make it fit. And if it doesn't, then I'll put this one in there and then thread that one in there and see if it'll work. All right, so that one definitely got a bit too much girth in it. Not the first time it's happened in my life. Boom, fitting in. Got the Hawk tool on it. That white liquid thread tape works like a charm on everything I use it on. Let's go, brother. This barb is still too big for this hose. It's kind of like a Great Dane and a Chihuahua, you feel me? So I got some adapters. We're gonna MacGyver this, and it's not really gonna be what I want it to be, but it is what it is. All right, so doesn't look exactly the way I want, but whatever, it's gonna work, I don't care. All right, carburetor's on it, it's tightened down. Trying to hook up all this other crap back on. Start it up, take it for a little test drive. It's actually not too bad. This ain't good. Might have a little bit of a vacuum leak. All right, I'm dumb and forgot to hook that back up right there. Let's go. All right, time to take my little drop a gear, disappear right turn. See how she does. Pretty good. Not too shabby. Oh no. Don't shut down on me now. Son of a bitch.
Come on, man.
Well, this carburetor might be even worse than the next one. We are leaking fuel in there. Probably got some stuck float bowls. Maybe time to give this a rest, take it apart another day.
Tomorrow.
All right, so I did the front needle and seat, the rear needle and seat, and I don't see no leaking from either one. She seems to be running pretty clean. So take 5 on this, let's go. That carburetor life about to get the best of me. Start it up, let's go. Yeah, it was definitely the rear bowls that were leaking. That needle in the seat probably had some trash in it, but at least we got that figured out. Nothing a little carb cleaner can't fix, you feel me? They about to set up an autocross course for me. Not ideal for front skinnies and drag radials, but I like to party. See anyone behind me? Nobody coming this way, hopefully. All right, let's get it. Got some brake, power brake, stab it. Hey, RPM never dropped. So you know what? Next time we take this bitch out to the track using this carburetor, you can see if we can improve on that 1693 ET, you know what I'm saying? All right, let's take this bitch back home. All right, Skeeter White in civilian mode, gonna wrap this thing up. Thanks for watching. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Next time you see the DimePiece, I might actually be out at the racetrack trying to improve on them pathetic ETs I was putting out there before. Will it be fast? Hell no, but it'll be faster than it was before. So that's all that matters. So again, hit up Dream Giveaway, type in Skeeter White, get 3-time entries on $25 or more. Hit that like and subscribe button. We'll holla at your boy.